Sabah al-Noor, welcome everybody. It's a great honor and pleasure to be here with you today and to open the Mobile Show 2013. And it's kind of amazing when you think about it. There are more than 6.5 billion mobile connections in the world today. And I'm going to start clicking. Yes. And the theme for today is Born Mobile. This is our theme for this year and the coming years. And 6.5 billion mobile connections, that is as many as people that are living in the world, or very close to the 7 billion number that we have. Soon enough, we will cross the 7 billion numbers. Almost 1 million new smartphones are sold every day. That is almost 3 times the number of babies who are actually born every day. Quite amazing. And mobile is fueling economic growth, transforming businesses, really redefining the way we live. That is why we think that we are today in the born mobile era. And it doesn't really matter when you were born or where do you live, or which part of the mobile generation you are from. Because all of us, as business people, as users, we have come to expect things from our mobile that are way ahead of what we used to expect or receive a few years ago. We wanted always connected, accessing the information around us at all time, accessing the whole world around us. And I don't know about you, but I cannot really imagine life without mobile anymore. If I try to go back, I can't. We did a small poll with Time magazine earlier last year. 84% of people said they cannot live a single day without their mobile. Probably in this room, the percentage is a little bit higher. Thanks to mobile, we have today the greatest technology platform ever created in the history of mankind. And we'll talk a little bit about this. But most importantly, the way we see it, mobile is not just another industry or another segment. It's a whole economy. There are businesses, verticals being built over mobile. The total contribution of mobile to the global economy in 2011 was close to 1.2 trillion US dollars. That's 2% of the global GDP, bigger than certain countries like Turkey, for instance. And people are innovating as well through mobile. If we look at the number of patents filed in the US in 2012, we realize that 21% were in the mobile space. That is up from 5% 10 years ago. Most of the companies are fueling their innovation by putting it in mobile and inventing new ways for the consumer, for the business users to interact with the world through mobile. There are 3 trends that are shaping innovation in the mobile space. And we'd like to go over them in the next few minutes and more in detail through the rest of the speakers that we have with us today. So first of all, mobile has been redefining computing. And going forward, we will see the impact of mobile on computing growing in importance. Second of all, and for the operators, the mobile operators and the fixed operators in the room today, mobile is creating a huge challenge on their networks as data consumption increases and almost doubles every year for the last few years. Last but not least, we see the mobile defining a new sixth sense for the user, complementing our existing senses and bringing something new to us in the way we interact with the world around us, with people around us, with the things that surround us. So let's go through these things. Consumers want the best. They don't settle for anything less. They want the best high-resolution screens. We see Ultra HD today becoming standard after Retina displays. They want the devices to be very responsive. Everybody has the Angry Birds test, to see if their device is scrolling quickly enough. They want the device to be connected to a very big pipe up in the air, which is today reaching hundreds of megabits per second with LTE in the region. But also they want it always on. They do not expect to look for the network every time they want to connect. And obviously they want this connectivity throughout the day. They want also very rich multimedia experiences. We see music taking a center stage on the mobile, gaming, videos, movies, etc. At the same time, while we try to meet these demands, we have to do it without compromising the essence of mobility. So we try to keep these devices sleek, ultra light. We try to make them last the whole charge day, and we make sure that they don't heat up in your pocket or in your hands. That is a big challenge for the whole industry. Everybody is working to make this better. At the same time, shipments are showing the demand for these technologies. In 2012, twice more smartphones were shipped than the total number of PCs were shipped in the world. And during next year, the installed base of smartphones will be larger than the installed base of PCs in the world. It's quite an amazing number because it means that for most of the people going forward, and particularly in our region in the world, in the emerging markets, the first time they will actually ever interact with the internet is going through to be a mobile device, not through a desktop device or a PC device. Quite an interesting perspective to look at things with mobile first in mind. It will also transform other verticals, other segments. Health is an area that will benefit a lot from mobile. The ability to lower costs by keeping people outside of the hospital, remotely monitoring them, saving lives by avoiding problems or issues, and increasing efficiencies everywhere will lead to a better environment for everybody. It will also improve education. The education space has not changed in the last 100 years. We have been almost learning the same way. We go to a school, we sit down behind the bench, and we listen to a lecture. But these kids, when they go home, they're doing something totally different. They're on their smartphones, they're on their parents' tablets, they're doing other things. Now it's time to merge these two worlds and provide a new education experience for the youth of the world. And it's a great opportunity for everybody who's in the mobile space because more than 180 million students in the emerging worlds are set to benefit from mobile education. And this is according to a study that the GSMA did a couple of years ago. At the same time, we are creating an immense impact on the data networks that are being built in these regions. Users are doubling the amount of data transferred on these networks on a yearly basis for the last couple of years. We hear of terabytes of data going on these LTE networks every day. And this is not slowing down. The capacity of the devices are increasing. The capacity of the networks are increasing. And the richness of the content and services that we have on these devices is also going forward. So how do we do this? How do we change this? We are shifting to an inside-out deployment model where we see more importance for cells that are inside the house, inside the building, and how most of the traffic will actually be carried within closed spaces, and sometimes even offloading what is happening outside. It's a big challenge for the whole industry, and we're ahead of everyone in trying to solve this challenge. Today, a base station can be shrunk to the size of a mobile phone. In fact, it could be cheaper than a mobile phone because it doesn't have a screen in it or any multimedia capabilities. While it costs us around $100,000 to deploy a mobile site today, our challenge is to bring this down by 1,000 times, to bring down the cost of a new mobile site to the cost of a new smartphone. That is the challenge that the whole industry is tackling. Similarly, we have the digital sixth sense. As you know already, most of our smart devices, our smartphones, have a lot of the 5 senses that we have as human beings. They can hear with the microphone, they can speak with the speaker, they can see with the cameras who act like eyes. The touch screen works as a skin for the phone. And adding to that a lot of other things like location awareness and positional awareness and where the phone is situated today, all mashed up together provide the opportunity to actually create new experiences and provide new insights to the owners and the users of these mobile phones. It augments the senses by making assumptions or intelligent guesses about where we are, what we are about to do at this moment, what are our interests, our behaviors, and serves us the content that we need and the information and the services that we need at the time where we are based on who we are. So contextual awareness and building interest awareness of the end users. And everybody talks about the Internet of Things, and there are predictions that by 2020, more than 24 billion mobile connections will be out there. We're talking about 6 billion today. This is amazing. That's why we like to call it the Internet of everything, actually, not just the Internet of things. We refer to something that we don't know as the thing. In our case, we look at the Internet of everything because everything around us will be connected, will be talking to each other, will be speaking different languages. However, the user expects seamless experiences that work everywhere across various devices. And we will connect different kinds of devices in this case, light switches, appliances, cars. New verticals will emerge. We talked about health, about education. And things don't need to be that complicated. We're not talking today necessarily about a TV that will do your coffee in the morning, but something as simple as putting something in the dryer in the evening and going up to watch something on your TV, and the notification that pops up on your TV screen telling you that it's time to remove stuff from your machine. Things that are simple initially and will work seamlessly to provide an integrated experience for all of us. Places have become connected. It started with the web. Hundreds of millions of websites around there, and this is how most of the places around us, restaurants, hotels, tourist destinations, offices, communicate with their visitors. But more and more, we're shifting this to the mobile. And today, this communication is happening through social networks, through Facebook Places, through Foursquare, etc. But with time, the communication will be direct. The moment you walk into a place, it will identify you. It will know your preferences, your loyalties, what you're interested in, and really serve you what you exactly are looking for at the right time and at the right place. We are also connecting people. These 6 billion connections that we spoke about are not actually individual users, but they boil down to around 3 billion users every day, growing to 4 billion in a few years. Social media has exploded the use of mobile. Everybody is using Facebook from their mobile, they're following Twitter from their mobile. In 2012 alone, 1 million Twitter users have been adding every day, most of them from mobile. Again, the same number of smartphones that we have seen. And most of these users are using mobile as their main platform. Then, when you mash up all these things and you add technologies like augmented reality, contextual awareness, peer-to-peer communications, you can view your whole world through the screen of the mobile, interact with it, lay over additional information on top of it, and even turn objects that do not have a user interface today into something that you can interact with through your user interface of your phone. It's amazing new developments just waiting to be uncovered out there. So that's what allows us to say, very humbly, that mobile is the world's largest technology platform. Today, more people have access to mobile than people who have access to electricity, than people who have access to clean drinking water. It's quite amazing. And it creates a platform for innovation that you can build on top of it in various sectors, in various verticals, in various fields of the world. It has exceeded all our expectations. And we think this is really the future.